going to look at some cool chords you can use with drop C, Phrygian dominant mode. Let's get started. So the first chord I'm going to use is the root. Now once again, we know when I play this chord, we know technically that's a C, but we're going to be talking chord language. I'm going to call that a D, so on and so forth. Okay, so let's get started with the D. You can hit a D major chord with this one. I personally, in this mode, like using just a power chord. So I'm just using the root, fifth, and root. So I'm just using 5 strings 6 through 2. Okay, so there's your root chord. Now for the 7th tone, I do this kind of like a C4 kind of chord. I play the 4 middle strings, 5 through 2, and I have my 3rd finger right here on fret 3, string 5. My 1st finger is on string 2, fret 1. Strings 3 and 4 are open, and it sounds like this. Okay. Cool chord. So you can't play the major 3rd on the C chord or a minor 3rd because neither are in this mode. That's why I leave it open. I use this. Oh, it's a C2. I don't know if I said C4 or C2. I use this 2nd tone here, which is part of the mode. And then for the next chord, the B flat, the 6th tone, I have my 1st finger here on the B flat, string 5, fret 1. I have string 4 is open, and on strings 2 and 3, fretting those at the 3rd fret. So you got your B flat. Get some real cool chords by intermingling this particular mode with that. Now with the A, once again, I'm not able to use a major 3rd on this one, and so what I do is it's kind of an A4, so I got my A note here, string 5 open, and this one here, an A note on string 3, and then I play this one with the open 4 string, and so you got 2 A notes and a D note. That one is kind of like an A4 kind of chord, and so now there is another possibility on this one's kind of cool for this A. Sounds similar, but what I do is I'm still holding 2 A notes. I got this finger on the A note, hasn't left. The open string is still open, but then I put my 3rd finger on string 4, fret 4, and then I got my 2nd finger here on the root note on the 3rd fret on the root note of the mode. We're playing A, but it's a D note, and so and it sounds like this. Oh, sorry, string 2, fret 3, and it sounds like this. So here's the first one I showed you, which is 3 strings, and this one is a 4-string chord. Both really cool chords. For a G, which would be your 4th tone, I go ahead and I fret this finger here on string 4, fret 2, and then strings 3 and 4 are open, and then I have these 2 fingers here on strings 1 and 2, fret 3. So it sounds like this. Typical G chord, drop C, so you can't play this note here. It'd be this note. If you could, somehow, achieve it. I don't do that. I just play 5 strings 1 through 5. And then we come to our A flat diminished kind of chord. So technically, that'd be G flat. I apologize. G flat diminished. And so now this one sounds like this. And so I got my fingers here in a diminished kind of shape. So I'm playing strings 6, 5, 4, and 3 on string 6 there. I got my 2nd finger on fret 4. 1st finger on string 5 is fret 3. Another fret 4 here, string 4, and on the string 3 I got the 5th fret here. Sounds like this. Okay, and then the next chord is a power chord here. It's the D sharp chord. Okay, and that's done by, I put my 1st finger, I'm borrowing my 1st finger on string 6, 5, and 4. 2nd finger is on string 3, fret 3. The pinky I got on string 2, fret 4. Back to our root note. back to our root note. So if I was to play those in sequence, it'd sound like this. Okay, cool chords for writing songs, all correct in the mode. Now I'm going to talk about something. If you watched my other video, the power chord video, it's just basically, you know, I'm just barring strings 6, 5, and 4 with my first finger open, of course. And just a quick review on that, it's open 1, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, and 12. Okay, so the reason why I'm talking about this is because you can play certain chords depending on the notation you're doing and what you're doing. You can get away with this, but technically, this note is not in the mode, it's this note. So it's more of a diminished. There we go. So if I just do these 3 strings, see, now the chord I played was this one, and the chords I showed you, but that's the difference. It depends on what you're playing. It works. Everything works, but technically, that note is not in your mode. Okay, so yeah, I play this chord unless I'm playing the bar chord kind of thing, and then I do add that 5th tone in there. Okay, so now here's some cool chords as well that you could use, but once again, not all theoretically correct, but they work. Okay, so what it is, it's like a power chord, a D power chord, and then what I'm doing, I'm sliding like in a drone kind of sense. I'm sliding on strings 2 and 3. I'm sliding this around. So I'm going to talk where my first finger is. So on this power chord, okay, we know that's the root, but I'm going to talk where my first finger is. And my first finger is on fret 2, okay? You already know this chord, now watch. So what I do, I slide it up 1 fret, first finger's on fret 3, then I slide it up here, so my first finger's on fret 6, and then 1 fret, so my first finger's on fret 7, and then I go 2 frets, first finger on fret 9, and then fret 10, first finger fret 10, first finger fret 12, and then the D. Okay, so we got this. So here's what we got. So you go. Or something like that if you want to, or you go. So really cool stuff you could do with that. Also, too, a cool chord I kind of like. I'll play the C chord with just 3 strings. It sounds neat. First finger on string 2, fret 1, and then strings 3 and 4 open. So if you were to do something maybe like this. So there you go, some great cool chords to use and drop C. My next video, I'll be showing some expanded scales. Please watch my other drop C Phrygian dominant mode videos. I'll have them in the link below. Subscribe, practice, have a rockin' day.